Hey guys, so today we're going to try to find out if smaller skateboard wheels are better than bigger skateboard wheels. I'm mainly making this video just because I've been trying to be a more technical skater and I got a really big set of wheels for some reason, thinking that I don't know, it'll make tricks easier, but I think they're actually making tricks harder, so I'm basically going to make this video just to test out if smaller wheels, right here, are better than bigger wheels. Or what are they better for, maybe I should say. Yeah, anyway, I'm going through some wheel madness right now, so we're gonna see if it's me or the wheels. So currently I'm rocking 54mm Spitfire lock-in fulls. This is one of the biggest shapes Spitfire makes. I feel like these make my tricks flip a lot slower. Yeah, they're smoother and whatnot, and maybe I lock into my grinds a little bit better, but I really want to be able to flip into my tricks more, so I decided to get a set of 53mm Spitfire Classics. And I know what you're thinking, oh, it's just 1mm smaller. Well, it's not just that it's 1mm smaller. The shape itself is also a lot just skinnier in general. So if I got a set of 54mm Classics versus the lock-in fulls, they would still be a lot skinnier. We're just going to see if I even, notice a difference in my skating between the wheels. This is supposed to be one of Spitfire's more technical skateboard wheels, so let's see if I can get technical with them, or if wheels don't mean jack. Just looking down, I feel like there's already a good difference. Yeah, this looks way smaller. Yeah, these are some thick boys right here. Yeah, they're just really wide. For flip tricks, they actually felt really good. I don't think my board flipped that fast, but it did feel like the tricks were just coming easier. So let's see how they do with some, I don't know, some ledge skating, flat bar skating. As you guys can see from the ledge and rail skating, these wheels still lock in perfectly fine. I had no issues locking into my Smiths, Crooks, Feebles. All that stuff was still really good, which was what I was scared of the most, just because, a smaller wheel, skinnier wheel. To me, it felt like maybe my tricks weren't gonna lock in as well, but everything locked in really well. I was really happy with it, but I was able to lock in really well with my other wheels too. It's time to actually test if these wheels help me with flipping into my tricks or not, because that's the whole reason I got these wheels for. Let's see if these help me flip in, or if wheels make little to no difference in your skating. So that was a really good 45-minute sesh before work, I'm so stoked that I did kickflip Manny, kickflip nose Manny, kickflip 50, kickflip 50. Well, I do the kickflip 50 all the time, so I'm not really that stoked on that one. But the other three, I haven't done in well over a year. So I do think the smaller wheels were helping me out. And I don't just think it's because they were smaller, I also think it's the shape of them too. The fact that they're a lot skinnier and more rounder than the other wheels. The lock-in fulls had a very conical, flat shape to them, which I feel like made my flip tricks flip a little bit slower and made my board just a little bit less responsive, just because it doesn't have the amount of tilt or the amount of leverage that a rounder wheel gets. Like a rounder wheel is easier to tip over. So because a rounder wheel makes it easier for the board to tip over, it makes it easier for me to flip. At least that's how it works in my head. And it also makes straight flips a lot easier for me. Anyway, here's some more flip-ins. I'm really stoked on a lot of those, especially the kickflip crook. I haven't done a kickflip crook in a while, and just all my other flip-ins felt super on point too. So to answer the question of, is a smaller skateboard wheel better than a bigger skateboard wheel? I think for me, the answer has to be yeah. Just for the style of skating that I'm trying to get better at, which is more technical flip-in skating, I think the smaller wheels are helping me out. I wasn't doing all these flip-ins with the bigger lock-in fulls. I'm doing them with the smaller Spitfire Classics. And that's just my personal preference. I know that there's gonna be other people who can do technical flip-ins with like 58 or 60 millimeter wheels, and that's super sick. I'm just not one of those people. I'm someone who can do techier tricks with smaller wheels, and I think that's just probably the era of which I grew up in skating. I feel like back in the day, 52s were like the standard, you know, like that's a good size wheel. But then it just kept going like up and up and up and up. It went up to the point where I just felt myself like stray away from flipping in too much, just because the bigger wheels made me not want to flip in as much. I feel like smaller wheels, because of how nimble they are, it almost feels like they want me to flip in. Bigger wheels, they're like, like skate transition on me or grind this rail, you know? But for smaller wheels, they're like, yo, flip me. Yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I do think smaller wheels are better than bigger wheels, in my opinion, for the type of skating that I want to do. And yeah, if you guys like these types of videos, let me know. I'm more than willing to do more of them. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you all so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. That was weird. I went like index, then this.